boys and girls. How are you guys doing? I am super duper excited, like really super duper excited because, guys, I get to hang out with Toni Shiloh. And, guys, y'all already know In Search of a Prince. Oh, my goodness, guys, we're going to be talking about In Search of a Prince, which is Toni Shillow's latest release as well. Toni, how are you doing today? Please introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm great. I'm Toni Shiloh, everyone. I write girly romances. And like Angela said, I'm talking about In Search of a Prince today. So super excited to be here.
I love that. I love that. Boys and girls, let me tell you, stop what you're doing. Like, tag, and share. Tell everybody to hop over to the cafe, whether they're watching us on Facebook or watching us on YouTube, boys and girls. Let them know that Toni Shiloh is hanging out with us, guys, talking about her latest release, In Search of a Prince. Now, okay, Toni, before we get into the details about this book or whatever, you know what we got to talk about. We have to talk about this beautiful cover. I mean, when you first did the cover reveal, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Please tell
Right.
us about this cover.
That was one of the biggest things I was hoping for when I talked to Bethany House, and they're like, "What do you envision for the cover?" And I'm like, "A beautiful Black woman in a beautiful dress on the cover." That was like my main thing. And it's so funny because I didn't say anything about the palace, but in the back of my brain, I was thinking I wanted the palace in there too. And they just knocked it out of the park. Like the best cover I've ever seen in
I
a
tell you.
long time.
Remember when you first did the cover reveal? I mean, it was all over the airways. I think everybody, we didn't even ask. It was just like a like, tag, and share party. Everybody was like, take a look at this cover. Take a look at this cover. Guys, if you are out there, I am hanging out with Toni Shiloh, guys. We are talking about her latest release, In Search of a Prince. And this beautiful cover, please, you guys know how we do it here at the cafe. If you have a question or a comment for Toni Shiloh, put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you as well. If you fell in love with this cover, let Toni know. Put it in the comment section as well. Toni, that's awesome that, like what you said, that you kind of told them a little bit of what you wanted, but they captured that beautiful palace in the back of her as well.
Yes.
I mean, the jewels, the dress, it's literally one of those wow factor covers for real.
Definitely. Yeah. Because everyone's like, where can I get the dress? And I was like, I don't know. But if I had it, I'd be twirling around in it.
I know. And it definitely makes you feel like, a princess or a queen or what have you too. But tell us a little bit about what inspired this actual story, In Search of a Prince.
So that's a great question. It's one I've been asked a couple of times before, and a lot of people have been talking about the Princess Diaries, but it actually wasn't the Princess Diaries that
Uh-huh.
inspired me. I was inspired by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle getting married.
Okay.
There was a lot of buzz about how we'd have, the first American princess and then a Black princess, and so it kind of made me wonder, like, what if, we had a Black princess in the writing world? Because I was trying to scratch my brain and think of what book I've read in the Christian genre that had a Black princess. And then I got the opportunity to pitch to a few, to an agent and some acquisition editors. And I was like, I'm going to go with the princess idea. Like, let's see what I can do with this. And they loved the idea. And I didn't even realize it sounded like the Princess Diaries until I was telling my husband about my idea. And he's like, that sounds like the Princess Diaries. And well, I was like, well, no, no. And I was like, it is like the Princess Diaries.
Well, look, Toni, fine with me because actually, the Princess Diary is like one of my favorites. Oh my goodness. I remember, like Princess Diary 1, Princess Diary 2,
Yep.
or what have you too. So I'm with you. It's fine with me. And who doesn't like a fairy tale? Okay.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now share with us a little bit about, okay. Now it says on the back, this is in the blurb, boys and girls. It says secret royalty romance full of heart, hope, and intrigue. Tell us a little bit about that.
Ooh, where to start? So here, I'm gonna look at my own back cover just so I can keep those little bullets in my head. So full of hearts. I think fully encompasses the princess, Brielle Adebayo. She has a huge heart, and all she wants to do is make sure she can be the princess and future queen that the country of Allura needs. Um, and then you have Hope, because they tell her in order to become queen that she has to get married. And I don't know what person in modern day wants to be told they have to marry another person in order to become queen, but she's gracious and she decides that, you know, it's worth it to rule the people. And the hope comes in who she chooses. So I won't give anything away, but
Right.
I'm going to say that's the hope. And then the intrigue is some people are happy that an American has showed up in their home country as a princess to the throne, and they want her gone. And so the intrigue is, who wants her gone?
Who wants her gone?
Exactly.
And look, and speaking of who wants her gone, because guys, if you don't know, if you haven't read the story, it's a little mystery in there too. Did you start out knowing that you was gonna have a mystery aspect in there in the story?
Sort of. I knew right away who it was.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
I know, and that usually doesn't happen for me because I don't plot, but I knew right away who I wanted it to be. So I guess it was more of a mystery of, could I pull it off and make it um, a mysterious for the readers? Like, would they guess from the get go?
Okay.
Or if I could, sprinkle a few red herrings in there.
Nice, nice. Now tell me or tell us, what did you enjoy about writing the story, In Search of a Prince?
There's so much I enjoyed. Like I said, I don't plot. So when I'm writing the first draft, that's the most fun to me in the writing process because I
Okay.
get to see where the characters take me. And there are a couple of characters who literally made me laugh out loud. Iris, for one, because I just never knew what they were going to say. And then there were some surprises. Like, what I thought the character would say, they didn't often say. They said something else, and I'm like, "Ooh, that's good. That's a lot better than what I would have wrote." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, I am writing this." And then I loved building the country. As much as that also surprised me, there were so many things I didn't realize I needed to know until I started world building. And but I like at the end, I was like, "Not bad. You did a pretty good job doing that."
And I'm glad. Speaking of country, and I want to, because with the readers, we'll do our own pronunciation.
Right.
So is it Oro? Pronounce the name of the country for me in Africa. Oro.
Aloro, Aloro.
Oro. Yes, so when we read and we'll kind of like create what makes it sound so it can keep flowing or what have you too. But
Yes.
what was that experience like creating your own? Because it is a fictional location in Africa. What was that like creating this fictional location? And what did you do? Did you kind of like create like a storyboard, locations? What was that like for you?
Oh, that's a great question. So I usually work off of Pinterest,
Mhm.
just because it's easier. I can, have a tab open with Pinterest board up of pictures that inspire me. So I started off with looking in West Africa because I knew I wanted it to be somewhere in West Africa, but
Okay.
it's so broad. So you're like, is it, um, like towards more of the Pacific Ocean? Are you going to look in the Gulf of Guinea? Like, I had to figure out where along the coast I wanted to be. And I went a little bit, I used my DNA ancestry
Okay.
um,
Oh
as
wow.
inspiration because I jumped on the bandwagon. I did the 23andMe, and Nigeria is like 25% of um, the highest country in the West Africa for my DNA. And so I was like, okay, let's explore Nigeria. Um, but obviously, it's not an island. So I was like, I can't use that for creating the island. So I looked at Sao Tome and Principe, Bioko Island, which is usually, I think, what I use all the pictures from
Uh-huh.
for inspiration. And then, of course, you have to figure out like how the colonization of West Africa influenced it, the languages, like all of it. So it was a lot of details I didn't even think of until I was like, oh, wait, like what kind of food do they grow like out there? Like I don't know. So
So it sounds like you had to do, in addition to creating the fictional location and the different things in Africa, what was that research like before you could even, get into the story?
it was amazing. I felt like sometimes I thought I was going down rabbit trails but then I was like, well, I don't know if I will need to know this or not. Because I was looking at tribes, how each tribe is towards, certain religions. Like, are they more Muslim centric, Christian centric? I felt like I looked at everything in hopes that if I needed it, it'd be there. And if I didn't, then at least I learned something new, kind of thing.
Oh, nice. And Lynn Jackson had a question. She wanted to know, how long did it take to write the entire book, In Search of a Prince?
So for the first draft, it took me 3 months,
Okay.
not counting any revisions or edits.
Gotcha. Great question, Lynn. Thank you so much for asking that. Boys and girls, if you are just joining us, as you can see, we got our royalty going on today, myself and Toni Shiloh. We are talking about her latest release, guys, In Search of a Prince, with this gorgeous cover. Oh my goodness. Okay, now Toni, you have to share with us about Brielle. Please tell us about her. Can you describe her for us?
Yes, definitely. So she is a eighth grade civics teacher. She lives in New York City. So she grew up just a two-parent home. It was her mom who raised her. So she's pretty strong. They have a great relationship, and her students adore her. But even though she seems a little quiet, because she's a little introverted, she does not let people walk over her.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so that was one of the things that actually surprised me about her. I didn't realize until, the council starts poking at her a little bit. And some of the things she responded back, and I was like, yes, you are awesome. But yeah, she goes on a journey through the book, journey of herself, like believing she knew who she was, but then discovering she was actually a princess all along. That kind of throws, a crisis of identity. And then she's very much a believer. Christianity and our faith is like her cornerstone. It's the lens which she views everything. And that's also was fun to see her grow, because even though I felt like she was a strong Christian in the beginning, by the end I was like, you still learned, you still walked through a
Yeah.
lot.
I love that. I love that. Now, let's talk about these characters a little bit. And it could just be, to you, out of all the characters in the book or what have you, which one was the most interesting and fun to write? And then was there a character in there that kind of gave you pause a little bit?
Okay, that was a great question. So I would say for interesting and fun, the award goes to Iris Blakely. And she's Brielle's best friend. And she literally had me cracking up as I was writing. I never knew what was going to come out of her mouth. So she was a hoot. And then the person who gave me pause was her uncle. Um, he actually was someone I added in during revision process.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't there from the beginning. So once I added him in, I was like, wow, you're pretty smarmy. Like you're
Okay.
not a good person. So I was a little, he gave me a pause because I was like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? And are you redeemable? Like, will you have any redeemable qualities by the end of the book, or
Okay.
are we all just gonna love to hate you?
Oh, wow, guys, she's spilling a little bit of tea here on the cafe as well. Guys, if you are just joining us, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend that Toni Shiloh is hanging out with us at the cafe, guys. She's talking about her latest release, In Search of a Prince, as well. And so, okay, Toni, we're gonna play this or that, of course, but I want you to, if you could think of just off the top of your head, three characteristics. how you would know if you are a secret princess, or you would know you're a secret princess if, and you did a little bit of this when you was kind of doing things for the book. So just off the top of your head, what are three things that you would say to us today?
All right, you'll know if you're how do I say this? You're a secret princess if you can speak another language, you can host a tea, and if you know how to do a royal wave.
I love that. I love that, boys and girls. Okay, so you have it, guys. If you can speak another language, if you can host a tea, or you know how to do the royal wave. I love that. That is super cool. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. Put in the comment section if you have all three of those traits or a couple of those traits as well. Same thing if you have a question for Toni Shiloh, put it in the comment section as well. Guys, we are super duper excited because we are hanging out with Toni Shiloh. You know how like you get excited? I was just excited because, I was like, I get to talk about this lovely cover. Look, anytime you get to wear tiaras,
Right?
Hey, yes, yes. So, Toni, I want you to tell us a little bit now. When you are not writing, what can we find you doing?
Ooh, so I'm usually reading. I always have a book I'm reading. Sometimes I'm watching TV. My latest binge watching right now I'm doing is Downton Abbey. I missed the first craze of the Downton Abbey wave, so I'm, so behind, but I'm binging it right now. And sometimes I will play video games with my kids, just depending.
Nice, nice. Okay, what's your game? What's your flow?
Okay, it's gonna sound weird, but I love Call of Duty. I'm not gonna lie.
If I told you mine, you would laugh, and I would probably literally be telling my age.
Okay, you got to tell me now.
Tetris.
That's my game. Nobody wants to play against me in this house. They think I cheat, or as my kids say,
I
hacks.
love Tetris. Oh my goodness. Yes. So
Yes, definitely.
but that's cool. I've learned something. Yay. Toni Shiloh loves Tetris as well. Oh my goodness. And Toni, they are still giving you love about this gorgeous cover as well. So Toni, of course, we got to do a little bit of this or that. There is no right or wrong answer, my friend. It is all things according to you. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's see. First one up is, and it'll be a little mixture of like royal stuff and then just this or that stuff. Okay, so
Okay.
first one, countryside or city?
Countryside.
Okay, royal jewelry or the royal wardrobe?
Oh, that's tough jewelry.
Okay, um, beach or the mountains?
Beach.
Okay, all right, podcast or audiobook?
Ooh, podcast.
Okay, Toni, are you a morning person or are you a night owl?
Neither. I'm so neither.
I love that. Okay. Planner or spare the moment?
Uh, ooh, that it totally depends. So I
Okay.
will say usually planner.
Okay. Okay. Now, Toni, inquiring minds want to know here at the cafe. Are you team coffee or are you team tea, my friend?
Tea all the way.
Team tea for today. I love that. I love that. Okay. Now, Toni, of course, it's International Women's Month, or what have you. If you could invite three individuals who have been influential in your life, or three influential women in your life, to a tea party, private tea party, just you and them. So just be the four of you guys. Who would they be and why?
Dead or alive?
Up to you. Look,
Good
it's your
question.
tea party.
Okay, it's my tea party. So I will invite Jane Austen
Oh,
because we could talk books.
okay.
I would invite, hmm, gosh, this is tough. I feel like I want to invite an athlete, but I'm like, which athlete do I want to invite?
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'll skip the athlete for now. I'll say Michelle Obama because she had to deal with a lot. And I feel like she held up a really gracious attitude
Okay.
in the midst of it. So I would like to talk to her, just get
Okay.
some behind the scenes on that. And how many women did you say I could invite?
3. So you got one
3.
more.
One more. Okay.
Like so far, I want to be at this tea party. I'm like, these are some good people.
Okay, Mae Jameson.
Ooh, okay.
Because I always thought it was so cool that she was the first Black woman in space. And even though I hate to fly, she gets mad props for that.
Wow, I like this. This would be some tea party. I would love to listen into the conversation. Oh my goodness. Okay, so outside of that, we did that, this or that, or what have you. I want you to share with individuals when they read this story. Of course, it's a great fairy tale as well. What do you want them to take away from this story?
Ooh, that God can see you through anything. That's the biggest thing. We're always going to go through something. No one can escape life without going through a trial. But when you have God on your side, it makes the trial so much more bearable.
I love that. I love that. And Toni, what is something that most of your readers or that most people don't know about you?
I don't know. I feel like I'm an open book. Something I don't know about
Or it could be
me.
like a fun fact.
Let's see. My new thing is puzzles. So lately I've been doing puzzles and I finished a DC superhero puzzle with 1,000 pieces. It felt like it took me forever, but I did it.
I love that. Well, you see, we should Tetris, the fitting of the pieces. Okay, I love that. I like
Right?
now with the puzzles. Is that something that you guys do as a family, or no? That's just kind of like your thing. When you need time and you just do
Oh,
your.
that's my thing. I tried to get my boys to join me, and one of them kind of flipped the script on me, and he's like, how that empowering feeling you feel when you accomplish something on your own. He's
Oh,
like, think about how you'll feel when you're done with that 1,000 puzzle piece.
look, Tony. So in a nice way, he was kind of throwing hints like, "Mom, I think this is kind of your thing."
Yep.
That was a nice way to put it. Oh my goodness. Honey, and of course, we have a giveaway. I'm going to let you share with them what the giveaway will be. And how we do the giveaway is that I'm going to go up and down the comment section, and you, my friend, will tell me when to stop, and then that person will be the winner of the giveaway. Can you share with us what the giveaway will be?
Yes, I will happily send a paperback copy of In Search of a Prince to
Exciting.
a lucky person.
That is
Ooh,
awesome. Okay, boys and girls, get ready. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I'll add in the character cards I have for it.
Oh, nice. Okay, before we go any further, tell us about these character cards.
Look, I'll pull them all
I
out.
know. I'm like, Toni, you got to share with us about these character cards. So, guys, as you see, the winner will receive a copy of In Search of a Prince and these character cards that Toni is getting ready to share with us as well.
So there are 4 character cards that I have. The first one is the king,
Okay.
because you can't have it without the king. And
Right.
then, of course, we have Brielle, our princess.
Okay.
Then Brielle came to the island with the best friend, so we've got Iris.
I love Iris. Okay. Go ahead, Iris, with the natural locks going on. Okay. I love it.
And this is the hero. So if you've read the book, you know who it is. So that's all I'm going to say.
I love that. Guys, whoever is going to win those character cards and a copy of the book, I'm excited for you as well. Okay, I'm getting ready to get started. And once a person wanted to know, where did you get those character cards from?
I had an artist draw them up, an artist from Sunshine Muffin Art Studio.
Oh, nice. Okay, and Toni, I am ready when you are, and when you tell me when to stop, that's where I will stop.
Okay. Stop.
Okay. Sharon Eatman Rowland, you are the winner. Look, she loves Tetris too. So you will receive the cards and a copy of In Search of a Prince. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you so much. As well, if you will inbox me your information, I will definitely make sure I get that over to Toni Shiloh so she can get that out to you as well. Now, Toni, please tell us, how can we get a copy, or how can they get a copy of In Search of a Prince?
So that's pretty easy. You can go on my website, tonishiloh.com, and on my In Search of a Prince page, I have all the links to the booksellers. So Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Christian books, wherever you want to shop at, there's a link.
I love that. And also, Toni, you may be aware as well, Riches in Reading, she also is carrying In Search of a Prince. And I will also make sure that she has a link for you. I'll make sure I put the link in the comment section. So boys and girls, you can also get a copy of In Search of a Prince from Riches in Reading as well for that. Now, Toni, tell us, my friend, how can we stay connected with you?
That's also easy. ToniShiloh.com. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can find all of my social media links. I'm most active on Facebook and Instagram. And you can stalk me however you choose from there.
I love that. And boys and girls, she is very active on social media. She has a group on Facebook as well. Like she said, you can sign up for her newsletter and stay in tune with different things that she's working on and things of that nature. Of course, she does cover reveals and all of that good stuff. She's definitely like a supporter of other authors. You will find out about other authors and their releases too. So definitely follow Toni Shiloh. Definitely her website, www.tonishiloh.com. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You can follow her there and sign up for her newsletter. And Toni, I'm going to allow you, if there's any last words you want to say to the individuals. The time go by so fast.
It does. Yes, just thank you so much for having me. If you guys love In Search of a Prince, I do want to let you know that Iris is getting her own story, and that one's called To Win a Prince, and that information's also up on my website.
Boys and girls, she done spilled the tea here on the cafe. Iris is getting her own story. So guys, if you loved this particular book, In Search of a Prince, give us the name one more time of what Iris' story is going to be. Or did you tell us? You just said she's getting a story.
I did. It's To Win a Prince.
To Win a Prince. Ooh, okay. I'm ready for that one. All right. All right. In Search of a Prince. And then To Win a Prince is coming up next is Iris' story as well. They are super duper excited for you. They're saying fantastic. They're giving you love on that one as well. Guys, of course, if you've already read the book, don't forget to leave Toni Shiloh a review. I know she would be so appreciative of that. Or if you're in the process of reading the book or you're getting ready to get the book, make sure when you finish that you leave her review. I know that would just warm her heart as well. And not only that, guys, tell a friend, tell everybody about In Search of a Prince as well, guys. It is available now where books are sold. Her website, you can get it from there as well. So definitely support her, follow her on social media. Guys, it has been amazing hanging out with you guys on today. Thank you so much for joining us at the cafe. Toni Shiloh, thank you for joining me at this cafe as well. And look, and playing dress up and wearing our tiaras. Right. It has been amazing, my friend. Guys, as always, have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.